A very good evening to everybody. Now, Ming, William, and KKKK, very happy to see you. Today, I'm going to talk about a very interesting discovery that explains why the Chinese are so hungry. So, I think this is a very interesting economics lesson. And I think with this understanding, we will know who are we up against because the Chinese are competing against us, and we can also learn something from them, not to repeat some of their mistakes that force them to become so extreme, but more importantly, where we can mimic and learn and outbeat them at a game. Okay, so everybody come in right now quickly. Yes, tomorrow will be a busy day. I'm going to make sure that this live stream is short. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm back to Singapore, but tomorrow night I'm going to fly off again. Yep. Good evening to everybody. Okay. Good evening to everybody. Now, TJ, Vince, Michael, Polo, Kaliong, and Alex and Harvey, good to see everyone. Okay, how many we are going to the CINB event tomorrow? Okay, yes, Desmond, good to see you. Dixon and Chan, good to see you. Dave and Ian and Jason, good to see you. Joanna, good to see you. So tomorrow we have got quite a lot of things to do. We have got a CINB talk, which a few thousand of you are going, and we're also going to have two breakout rooms. I got two media interview, so I've got a long day ahead of me. But I thought it's very important for me to at least address this live stream tonight. It'll be a short one, but I thought it would be very interesting. It's great. Okay, I'm going to see all of you there. Uh, I don't know how big the crowd is. I've never been to a talk so big before. The last time I was in a talk so big was probably 2,000 odd people, and that one was probably by Sidley. So this time around is bigger. Okay, it's bigger. So I hope that I could give a very good talk and lesson. But more importantly, I'll make sure that I'm just gonna talk on 10M65 once in public, never again. Okay, once in public. So whoever have booked for tickets, please go. It might change. It's most likely going to change a lot of people's lives. Okay, it's most likely going to change a lot of people's life. But for those people who missed it, then you maybe have to go for some of my lessons. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Christine. Okay, I hope he recover a mini stroke. I hope he recover well. Yeah, I hope he recover well. Okay, yeah, health most important. Okay, my session tomorrow, you got to go there early. You know why? I don't know how they're gonna manage the crowd. I think their sitting capacity maybe 1,000-2,000, but there are 5,000-6,000 tickets issued. So I don't know how they're gonna manage the crowd. I don't know. I'm just don't blame me. I'm just a speaker. I'm not organizer. Okay, yeah. So Christine will pray for your husband to recover. Okay, yeah. Rachel and you, good to see you also. Okay, I want to talk very quickly about the talk today, and let me give you the backdrop to this. Okay, give me one moment, and let's go. Okay, all right. Okay, before we start, I just want to make sure that I have the live stream video properly turned on, if you don't mind. Just give me a moment. And yes, okay. Now, I finally understood why the Chinese are so hungry. I'll just say this, and why is it nearly impossible for the Americans, for the Taiwanese, for the Hong Kongers, for the Malaysians, for the Singaporeans, all of us, is nearly impossible to fight them. I finally understood why, and once I explain to you, you will understand. Okay? Yes, Yinglung, I hear that. Remind me to talk about that later. I want to talk about it. Okay? So, hi to everybody. I quickly talk about it right now. So, I finally understood after so many years why the Chinese are so hungry. It's impossible to fight them. Now, I'll first give you an explanation first. So, this is a very good, interesting case study. So, Keith Bradshaw, which is the New York Times Beijing bureau chief, he lived in Beijing for many years. Now, he explained this quite well. He says that there's someone who bought a Beijing apartment for 200,000. If I'm not wrong, it's 200,000 USD, Okay, 200,000 USD in 2002. Okay, by the time it reached 2021, that same apartment is worth 6 million USD. That's ridiculous, right? 6 million USD. I don't know how big was it, I don't know what size, but it's obviously in a prime area. So in 19 years, in 2 decades, the apartment jumped 30 times. 30 times, Wow, 30 times. Now, just to put mathematics into the context, 30 times means a CAGR, CAGR, compound annual growth rate of 19.6%, which is 20%. Now, just to be very clear, I've never done 20% growth in my life before. Maybe some of you have, okay? Over a long period, short period, 1-2 years maybe have, but over a long period, not even close. The highest ever did was close to 17. I think most of my stocks investment average around 14 to 13, which I think is very good really. But the property did 19.6%. That's insanely high. Only Warren Buffett, I think, did 22%. Okay, so it's with this kind of property growth, of course, everybody rush into it. Everybody rushed into it, make hell of money, and it just kept growing. Property will always make money. By the way, have you heard that before, guys? A lot of people believe that that's the same for Singapore. Property will never lose money. That was what happened in Beijing. Okay, so how did it go? Wow, it went all the way to 78% of an average Chinese household. Okay, the average Chinese household puts 78.6% of their their wealth in real estate, almost 80%. So 80% of an average household wealth is in real estate. Now, they're all betting on why. I said, why? Because it always make money. You will never lose money. Guys, everybody give a thumbs up, please, okay? So you'll never lose money with real estate. Now, this has serious implications later to our stock market, our businesses, and things like that. So I'll build up a story if you all would just hang on to it. Now, China, 78.6% into real estate. Singapore, 50%. US, 35%. By the way, surprisingly, US wealth into real estate is actually quite low, 35% only. Singapore is very heavy, used to be even heavier, now 50%. China, 78%. Now, what happens when 70% of your wealth is in one asset and the asset bubble bursts? That's exactly what you have. So in 2021, guess what happened? There were three things that happened that caused the music to stop. First of all, it was COVID, and post-COVID, a lot of things happened. Now, the Chinese government came out with these three red lines and basically said that all developers cannot cross this tree line. Whatever the tree line is not important now, but it caused many developers to default, and Evergrande and country what I can't remember. All these developers all start to collapse. So the second problem was that the population start to decline. Okay, start to decline, and you can see this, it start to decline, and it's still declining now. By the way, that's not just a problem for China. This is a problem for Singapore, problem for Korea, problem for many countries. So now they are massively overbuilt the apartment. How much is the massive overbuilt? Wow, insanely overbuilt. So in 32 months of consecutive year-on-year fall, the property price decline is a high of 40%. 40% year-on-year. Okay, 40% year-on-year decline. So from the peak to now, about $18 trillion vaporized. And up to today, there are 90 million empty apartments. 90 million, 90 million is enough to give an average, every Singaporean 10 apartments. That's how much, Every Singaporean can own 10 apartments and still not enough to fill it up. Okay? So you need the whole of Vietnam, for example, every single person to have one apartment to fill up, then you can fill up 90 million. That's really ridiculous. I think it's enough to fill up the whole of US. So how much is the wealth decline? Well, you take 78.6% property times 40% fall. Every household wealth fell by 30%. If you're worth 1 million now, you fall 30%. That's your retirement wealth. That's very serious. Sister Chrissy, good to see you. Okay. So the population also start to decline, officially start to decline already, and it will go decline even more. So they have no new demand. There's a massive oversupply of property and falling birth rates. As a result, we have a property crisis. Now, what did the Chinese do after they have a severe property crisis? That's where there's a big difference between the Japanese lost decade. The Japanese also experienced something similar. I I don't know what the Japanese do, but the Japanese just could not recover it. But the Chinese did the opposite. The Chinese, after losing massive wealth, what did they do? They went all out, all out to make money, all out aggressively, like bloodthirsty. I lost 30% of my wealth. I must make it back. They work harder, hungrier, serve better, be more innovative, start the side business, start two side business. Then after they realize everybody did the same thing, they drop prices, they work longer hour, they don't rest, and they did everything, right? This is what we call a desperate catch-up. Okay, desperate catch-up. So they are really, really very hungry because of this. Right? It took me a long time to understand this, but it all started with the bloodletting fall in property prices, which destroy a lot of their wealth. Now, what happens after this is a massive competition and destruction of their domestic retail business. So we call this Neijuan, and there's an English word for it called involution. Okay, I've never heard of involution before in my whole life of economics. But involution is basically a scenario where everybody works so hard for the same or lower returns. It is right now very clear that the Chinese environment is in an involution. So competition, I just went there. You cannot believe the involution. You just buy anything from the platforms, Meituan and all the other guys. Wow, the amount of subsidy is thrown in. The food that we can order are just like ridiculously priced because I don't think they make money. You can order bubble tea for, I don't know, one, like some ridiculous amount. I can't remember how much. It's just ridiculous amount. I give you another example. So EV cars, 129 brands right now. Okay, I don't even think globally there are so many non-EV car brands. In US, you add up all the brand plus Europe, add up all the brand plus Japan, add up all the brand. I don't even think there are 129 brands. Okay, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay, I don't think I have 129 brands. But in a market that probably can only sustain 10 or 5 or maybe maximum 15, they have 129 EV brands and they just fight. Yeah. So factories are fighting and pricing below cost right now. Anytime I indicate that I'm from Singapore and I'm a businessman, everybody see whether it's an opportunity to work with me. Wow. Okay. So this is where I just want to say, everybody is not spending, they hoard. Everybody increase their savings rate because they realize that cash is the most important thing right now. Okay. And as a result, they massively export. They work so hard that they are actually very successful in exporting business. So they exported a hell of business, okay? And as a result, their trade surplus went up and up and up and up. Donald Trump tried to fight them, increase tariff. This year, still trade surplus. So they're just insanely hungry. Insanely hungry. Their 1 year of surplus is larger than the entire GDP of Saudi Arabia, Switzerland, or Argentina. So that's their massive export hunger bloodthirsty involution is now being exported globally. As a result, other countries' factories are closing down as well, right? So you cannot say it doesn't affect the rest of the world. It does, even Singapore. You don't believe? Wow. Okay. You look at F&B, they're all coming to Singapore. Supermarket coming in Singapore, right? Retail business all coming in Singapore. The EVs coming in Singapore. Everything is coming in Singapore as well as Malaysia, by the way. Malaysia is hit, and by the way, a lot of people don't know this. Indonesia is hit even worse by a lot. Indonesia is even more bloodletting. The Chinese are in everywhere right now. And the next market they're going in is AI, robotics for sure. Right now, nobody doubt this. They're second in AI right now in the world, only behind US. But they are going to be number one in AI robotics for sure, 150%. So even Singapore, wow, we also kena. We have got 32 F&B brands in 2024 June. By the time in August 2025, in 1 year plus a bit, 85. Okay, that's more than double, you know. That's ridiculous. And plus all the supermarket coming, and their quality is really very good. Their quality is really very good. Yeah. So how do you fight them, right? How do you fight them? So it is a real situation, right? So now here, there's an important lesson to remind everybody: don't put all your net worth into one asset. Make sure you diversify, diversify, diversify. Very, very important, okay? Don't put all your money into one asset. Now, we never know. Even Mr. Lu, who loves the US stock so much, I don't have more than 30% into one asset. Okay. Now, even that, I think is still, if I ideally, if I can spread, you know, maybe 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, that's the most ideal. So I try to spread across as much as possible. And if you want, as your age grows older, please put more into a CPF. I think that's about a lot safer. Okay. And this is where you put a lot into cash, you may get scammed. So spread it all out, I think is the safest thing. Okay, safest thing. So again, just to sum up, why are the Chinese so hungry? The full picture is this: they have a wealth destruction caused by the cratering of the property prices, and then after that, okay, they in their drive to recover that lost wealth, they went into a extreme situation of competition and caused involution, 内卷, which forced them to be extremely hungry and extremely brutal, and now they're exporting their brutality across the world. So I think for them is survival, right? For them is survival. Now, I think there are a lot of lessons that we can learn from there, but I just want to say that I think we really need to take care that we do not put everything into one basket. Now, this is where maybe I want to put this. Okay. Now, I think it's easy for us to just say, make sure we don't, make sure we can, make sure we don't end up like the Chinese in our wealth distribution. Anything can happen. I don't know what can happen. Anything can happen. But I just want to say this: the Chinese will be like that. Will be like that for the next 10 years because it's in their culture already. It's in their culture. I tell you a very interesting story. Their customer service, because of involution, becomes so good. Amazing, man. Go all out. Go all out into a culture. So even cab drivers, okay, maybe cab drivers is the wrong way to because there are good and bad ones. I know everybody will just go the extra mile because it became a culture to them. So we have no choice but to catch up. We have no choice but to catch up. Yes, some of the younger people right now, they start to decide to tanping, to lie flat. That's not what I see in China. Those are lying flat, I can't see. But those that are not lying flat, whoa. I give you an example. My daughter and my wife went to buy clothes. So when you buy clothes, what happened? Yeah, you choose clothes. You choose clothes whatsoever. Right? You say, I want to buy this. Now, once once the sales lady saw this mom and daughter pair, and probably decide that no, these two maybe got chance to be big fish. You know what she did? Told my daughter to sit down. Okay, she will doll her up, put makeup on her, and then change different suits after suits. Take nice picture for her. Okay, and show her. Wow, you see, so nice, so nice, so nice. You don't like this? I'll change and answer. They spent hours in the shop. This lady was just super good in the customer service. Of course, she made a lot of sales. Okay, but my point is that now people might say, "Oh, because your wife's a big spender or whatever." It's because this lady was like that. They end up having to spend more money there. So my point is that the service was insanely good. It was very hungry. Then after the shop, that dinner that day, Emily asked me, "Wow, why the Chinese are so hungry?" I said, I don't know how to explain to you. I'm also not very sure myself. I spent a few days thinking, oh, that is why they're so hungry. That is why they're so hungry. Yeah. Insanely hungry, not just hungry, insanely hungry. Okay. We have got no choice but to fight. We've got no choice but to fight. We don't have a choice, right? They will come here and eat our lunch. There's no way. A lot of people say, oh, we need to stop the Chinese from coming. How do you stop? It's unstoppable. Okay, how do you stop? Then to make sure that we pick up a good fight. Okay, we find areas that they are not good at. Right? We find places we have an advantage. Yeah, we do not have a choice but to fight. Okay, as simple as that. Yeah. So anyway, this is my view. A lot of people can disagree. Stop this. A lot of people, I don't know, very negative and things like that. This is the world right now. You don't have a choice. The war is coming to you. What do? You pick up and fight. That's it. That's no other way. Just pick up and fight. Yeah. Okay. So, anyone have any comments on this? Okay. And yes, tomorrow I will be going to the CIMB. I'll try to sleep a little bit earlier because tomorrow I still need to rehearse one more round before. Okay. This is going to be my biggest talk ever. I don't know how many thousand people will be there. Okay. My biggest talk ever. Let me just say this again. I will only be talking about the 10M65 strategy once in public, okay? Because it's a very sensitive topic. I didn't expect it to be sensitive, but I think I will hurt too much feelings. So I'm just gonna. I came out with a very innocent, and I really want to help everybody do very well. But because of the backlash, I will now restrict it to just one big event. I gave free tickets to everybody who want to attend it. And those people who cannot attend it whatsoever, I'm very sorry. Okay. But I mean, you can still catch it up with my investing in confidence class. And there are some pluses. Investing in confidence class, I will give you the crystal ball as well. Okay. So there's some pluses to it. Okay. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at go early lah. Go at 10 o'clock or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I'll be there around 10:45, 10:50. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. If they are losing now, how could they manage their cash flow? Isn't cash flow one of the biggest costs for companies that goes down? I think we shouldn't underestimate the amazing power of the Chinese in making money. They don't make money the way we do. I don't know, but I know investors fund them a lot. Yeah. So a lot of them are using investors' money. Like, oh, Fatty Cat, good evening to you. Very happy to see you. Long time no see. Okay. Yeah. So so Vince said, you are right. Yes, I've been to China twice after COVID, and when I'm back in Singapore, I told my friends and peers their services in Chinese is very excellent, very, very helpful. That's amazing. Yes. Your breakout room is right after the talk. To be frank, I'm not very sure. I'm not very sure. Okay, I think it's 1 o'clock or something like that. So you got enough time to go for lunch. But it's a queue system. Okay, I don't know. Investor money will dry up like Shopee. Why do you say Shopee? Why do you use Shopee as example? I don't know. C, the parent group of Shopee is registering quite a lot of profit. Yeah. So bottom line is that the Chinese hunger is property bubble bursting driven, and that has evolved into a culture of bloodletting competition, but it's also provoked the best of customer service and innovation. And that level of competition is coming over to Singapore and Malaysia. We have got no choice but to fight. Okay? And now we embrace with them, work with them. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I think it's a very important thing. Yes, in Chinese they call it 韭菜浪费钱 but 他们很厉害砸钱的，他们真的很厉害砸钱，我没见过这么离谱的砸钱。OK，他们拿那些投资家的砸钱，风险投资家砸钱来砸，吓死人。OK，I'm they just take VC money and fight. That's unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay, I know when I try not to make any comments on Singapore hunger because someone spoke about Singaporean not hungry enough and don't know what then require a lot of complaint and things like that. Yeah, but I know that the bloodletting competition, Mr. Lu, S&P 500 record high today. The funny thing is this: Donald Trump, before the market opens, already say S&P 500 is going to be record high. So once he say that, the S&P 500 hit record high. That's wonderful, right? Okay, I don't know what's going to happen when all the bad things happen, but let me enjoy. And this is probably a good time for people to also reflect, to rebalance according to the right ratio that you're supposed to be. Okay, if your right ratio is 50-50 and you are 60-40 right now, maybe reconsider whether you want to bring yourself back to, bring yourself back to the balance. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So Sneaky Hawk says that he was in Beijing 2 weeks ago. My wife ordered pets from Meituan at 12:30 a.m. It was delivered to our hotel room within 30 minutes. It's amazing, right? Okay. Yeah. I cannot tell. I don't like to pick stock. I know that Tiger broker has some issues, and I don't know about Mumu. What did Mumu happen? What is the stock price for right now with Tiger and Mumu? I don't know. I think you can let me know. But I won't use Tiger and Mumu as a broker. And I told everybody in my course why I do that. Okay. But you can use Interactive Broker, Poems, UBK IBKR, so many. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Weeboo, I don't know. I don't know how to judge Weeboo. Okay. Yeah. Yuki say I never use Tiger Moo. Minus 26%. Wait, minus 26% is which stock? Tiger or Mumu? Yeah. Now China banned Chinese buying US stock. My guess, the Chinese government feel that the US stock is dangerous. My guess. Logical, right? Okay, my guess. So Mumu went down by 26%. Why? Mumu never get investigated, right? Yeah. Yes. Mumu never get investigated, right? It was just Tiger, right? Why Mumu also kena? Okay. I don't understand also. Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, bottom line is these are times of complexities. Okay. Maybe we play. I cannot say this. I will play it safe. Okay. I will play it safer. Yeah. Okay. Play it safer. Okay. Mumu is Futu. Yes. Okay. Is Futu involved? I thought only Tiger was involved. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So I I won't touch Chinese stocks. I won't touch Chinese stocks. I won't even touch Chinese brokers. Yeah. Okay. Futu kena. Okay. I see. All right. Okay. So I can someone please tell me Mumu shares fell by how much? Tiger shares fell how much? I don't know. I never keep track. Okay. But I do know I don't use them for as my stockbroker. Is not 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 something I will do lah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, tomorrow I'm going to have a big event at Suntec City. So I'm going to see a lot of you guys there. Uh, and I'll be very happy to see you guys there. I will try to shake as many hands as possible. So please come up and say hi to me. I'll be very happy to shake hands with you. In case I don't, because there are too many people and I'm gonna drag to don't know where, please forgive me. I'll try to catch up with you. Okay? Yeah, tomorrow for sure there'll be not enough seats for sure. Okay, for sure, not enough seats. So I I don't know. I don't know how to. I try to go there a bit earlier. Okay, Mr. Lu put the video up on YouTube. I can't. I don't have rights to the video there. Yeah, not just in Beijing. It also happened in Chongqing, Xiamen. Wow. Okay, okay. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at Suntec City. Level what I also don't know. Okay, I'll figure out tomorrow. Okay, so altogether for me there are 5 events. So I'll have a talk first. By the way, there are other speakers. Please listen to them. I have a talk on 10M65. Okay. I've got the title already. It's called the 10 Kung Fu of 10M65. Quite catchy title. 10 Kung Fu or 10M65. If you feel uncomfortable, just wear a mask. Okay. Level 4, thank you. The 10 Kung Fu or 10M65. This will be the first and the only public talk I will ever talk on 10M65. Okay. And I hope that a lot of people, as a result of this talk, will exponentially grow your CPF and your SRS wealth. Okay. And the next one I'll do is I have some VIP lunch I'm supposed to go for a short while. Then after that, I have a breakout room. I think a breakout room only 100 over people only. So, and there's a queue system. I've told them, please don't make people queue up. So I think they will issue numbers. I don't know how they issue numbers, okay? Then after that, I got a media interview with Nikkei. Then after that, I got a media interview also with Dollars and Cents. Then after that, I got one more breakout room, okay? Yeah, then the breakout room, I will go deep in detail. Anybody have the Q&A, okay? So everybody, yeah. Oh, Tiger and Mumu went down 22%. Wow, I'm surprised, okay? But I think if I'm not wrong, their business is a lot less in China now, no? I could be wrong, okay? Yeah. Illegally serving mainland investors without proper mainland licenses. Those have attended my Retire Confidence and Investing with Confidence. I always tell you guys why I avoided Tiger, Mumu, and Meow Meow. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, there's some words not appropriate to share in a big audience. Okay? Okay. All right, good. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow in the CIMB event, not Tiger event, CIMB event. Okay, I better go and rest early right now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope this is a very interesting lesson. It gives us an insight to why the environment is like that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, and good night, everybody. Okay, good night, everybody. Okay, tonight end early so that tomorrow we'll see each other. Okay, see you guys. See you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.